Want to know a secret? I used to have man boobs. I could feel them jiggle when I was walking, and if I was walking down some stairs or trying to jog, I could really feel them bouncing around. I don't have man boobs anymore. I haven't had them for years. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the things that were causing my man boobs and your man boobs. And I'm going to tell you how to change those things so that your man boobs will slowly but surely go away and never come back again. I'm Dr. Ken Berry, a family physician with 20 years of clinical experience, and this video is going to help you get rid of your man boobs. There are a lot of myths and misinformation on the internet about what man boobs are, what causes them, and what you can do to get rid of them. First of all, man boobs are not gynecomastia. They are pseudo-gynecomastia. Gynecomastia is something that teenage boys get when they're going through puberty, when they actually develop temporary breast buds. This is quite common, happens in 10 to 15% of teenage boys, lasts anywhere from a few months to a year or so, and then it goes away. It's seemingly a normal part of development from turning into a boy, from a boy to a man. Pseudo-gynecomastia is 100% caused by a hormone problem. And you may have heard about, if you've got man boobs, you've got low testosterone, high estrogen, and that is part of it. But that's not the underlying root cause. This video is going to dig much deeper than that and tell you what the root cause of man boobs are, and help you to rectify all of those problems so that your man boobs melt away and you don't have them anymore. Lots of gurus out there on the internet give you false information. They say, it's easy to get rid of man boobs, just move more and eat less. This is starvation, and that never works. No human can self-starve themselves to the point where they're healthier or whether to make their man boobs go away. A lot of gurus will say, just eat healthier. And so a lot of you guys will put down the Cheetos and the Doritos and the honey buns and the Pepsi and the Coke, and you'll start drinking lots of fruit smoothies and eating lots of fruits and veg and eating lots of whole grains. But your man boobs stay with you. And that's because that kind of healthier eating never works for man boobs. There are a lot of gurus out there with millions of views on their YouTube channel about, do this special kind of push-up or do this unique kind of bench press, and I'll also sign up for my program. None of that stuff is going to get rid of man boobs ever. It will never work. They don't address the root cause, and therefore it can never fix the underlying problem. There's some plastic surgeons out there who say, hey, I can chop off your man boobs. Watch this video. Yeah, you can have your man boobs chopped off, but you're going to have a scar, right? 2 scars, actually. And you didn't address the root cause problem whatsoever. So let's talk about what actually causes man boobs and then what actually fixes man boobs. Okay, let's talk about what actually causes man boobs. It is a hormonal issue, but it's not, the root cause hormonal issue is not the classic testosterone or estrogen stories that you hear out there. The actual root cause is that you're eating too many carbohydrates in your diet. This leads to chronically high blood sugar levels, and that leads to our first hormone, the most important hormone. Your insulin levels stay high all the time, every day. And when your insulin levels stay chronically high, they tend to upregulate this thing called aromatase. And aromatase is what helps convert testosterone into estrogen. Now, the reason that women hold fat in a certain distribution on their body, usually in the breast tissue and on the hips and thighs, is because of their hormones. And so if you're a guy and your estrogen to testosterone ratio is too high, in other words, you've got too much estrogen, not enough testosterone, you're going to tend to deposit the fat that you're storing because you're eating too many carbohydrates in a female distribution pattern. And one of those is you're gonna have man boobs. It's from chronically high insulin levels, from eating too many carbohydrates, that's mucking up your aromatase activity and causing you to have an estrogen to testosterone ratio that's just way too high. With that kind of ratio, it is a foregone conclusion you're going to develop some degree of man boobs. Also, if you're drinking too much alcohol, and in particular specific kinds of alcohol that I'm going to talk about later in this video, then not only is that again messing with your aromatase activity, but it's also giving you tons of carbohydrates, which again, you're going to store as fat. And when you have stored fat, which is what man boobs are, that's going to mess up your aromatase activity even more, and therefore give you an even worse estrogen to testosterone ratio. Plastic in your environment is also a huge contributor to man boobs. Definitely the food you eat is number one. Alcohol is probably number two, and you know who you are. And then plastics is number three. If you're eating out of plastic, drinking out of plastic, I'm going to talk about that more, how to fix that later in this video. And then the final thing is medications. Yeah, there is a list of prescription medications that your doctor might have given you for this cause or that problem or this symptom that can actually increase your risk of developing man boobs. And I'm going to list all those medications down in the show notes of this video. Now, let's talk about what you can start doing today to start getting rid of your man boobs today, because I know that's what you want.